Hey, what's going on guys? David Schley's back here again with another video. And if you're new to the channel, this channel is really all about entrepreneurship, making money online, and other things like travel hacking and awesome stuff to live a great life while running digital businesses or making money online. So if you haven't already, we'd love if you subscribe, hit that bell notification, be notified for more content like this. And without further ado, let's jump into the topic of this video. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about my investment strategy as an entrepreneur. So if you don't know who I am, if you're new around here, I run what's called a social media marketing agency and now a few other businesses, but that was really the core of when I started my journey with online business, was running what's called an SMMA or social media marketing agency. I actually share the whole story with my business partner Derek on our other YouTube channel. It's at 2 Guys Build a Biz, number 2 Guys Build a Biz, B-I-Z. I'm going to link it down below. Would love if you check that out. So for me, I started with what's called early retirement, kind of goals when I was pretty young in my career. So I started working when I was around, 22, 23, 24 at a cybersecurity startup. And during that time, my brother-in-law actually brought to my attention what's called early retirement or financial independence. Now, up to then, I thought financial independence was just being on your own, managing your own money, not relying on your parents anymore. But there is an entire culture of individuals that are basically trying to aggressively save their income so that they can actually be what's called financially independent, which means that they no longer need a job and can just live off of the investments that they've already made as passive income for the rest of their lives. There's people retiring at the age of 35, 40. It's really a crazy community, and honestly, it's a little bit too extreme for me. So I took a moderate approach to it, and during that time, I started checking a couple boxes, right? The first thing was max out my 401k. The second was, at that time, I could still contribute to a Roth IRA. So I was taking advantage of that, and then I was taking advantage of building a very large savings account for investments. And because I actually saved almost $60,000, I was actually able to, when I started this business and we decided to leave our jobs, I had a substantial amount of money to be able to do that. I didn't need to dig into my retirement account. I didn't need to take funding or any of these other ways of starting businesses. We were able to bootstrap it, was able to live off that savings for a number of months and actually not even exhaust all of it or nearly all of it as a result. So after we started the business, my financial perspective really changed in a number of ways because of the level of risk, right? So when you're an employee, you have a very different level of risk than if you are a entrepreneur or business owner. So that really has guided some of the strategy that I've taken into my own investing, and really is what the topic of this video is. So I'm going to talk about basically the approach that I've taken at each step of the way. So initially, my goal was to, first of all, be able to pay myself a 6-figure income like I was making before. That was mission critical. There was no question I needed to be able to do that, or I'd go back eventually to being an employee where I could make more money. That was it. Secondly, I wanted to have a safety net that would basically, if anything happened with the business, if there was an economic downturn and we went out of business or something, I was protected and could have enough money to find another job. So that was the first thing, was basically building my savings back up. The second thing was getting a 401k once again. So after I left my previous company, we didn't have, it just didn't make sense for us yet to have 401k as a business, but we were able to add that after a pretty short amount of time, and that has made a big difference for us. So having a 401k, being able to contribute to that, have the payroll deductions every month, that's something that I've been taking advantage through the business that I now run. Additionally, as a business owner, you can have the organization put up to, I think, $58,000 additional into your 401k, so make up for lost time and stuff like that, which has been awesome as well. The second is continuing to fund my Roth IRA. Now I'm at a point, we're doing 50K in revenue a month, where I can no longer contribute to a Roth IRA, but I am continuing to take care of other post-tax retirement accounts, like a traditional Roth and stuff like that. So continuing to contribute to those, in addition to maxing out my 401k contributions and all that good stuff. Then things have gotten a little bit interesting in some of the options that I've had. So the other thing that I'm taking advantage of is actually an iPhone app, which is awesome. It's called Betterment. So I weighed them against a bunch of other advisors. I always had like a Schwab account, kind of traditional investment accounts and stuff like that. But I've been taking advantage of a robo-advisor called Betterment. And really the reason why Betterment's been so awesome for me is it is on autopilot. Every single month I have money that just like my 401k, I know just goes into the account, it gets invested, it's a diversified investment, it's managed. It's just like if I had a personal financial advisor, managing my portfolio, it gets redistributed, all that good stuff. It's completely managed for a very, very low fee. Comparatively, I know some people are going to watch this video and be like, hey man, you're paying crazy fees for Betterment. But in comparison to the amount of time that I would spend redistributing all those funds, balancing my portfolio every month, it's completely worth it to me. And I have peace of mind that, I know myself, I would not spend the time to be doing these investments every single month, whereas, every paycheck, this just is taken out of my account. And as far as I'm concerned, that money really doesn't even exist. It's not my spending money, it's just money that's being invested. Then I'm also taking advantage of a couple other solutions. So I have money going towards a wedding. I just got engaged, so I have automatic deduction out of my paycheck going into a fund to pay for the wedding. I've also got some other kind of goals that are financial in terms of like real estate and other stuff like that. And I basically have high yield savings accounts actually through CIT Bank with a great 2.12% interest rate that is all being taken care of by that. But the beauty of the way that I have it set up is I know I'm protected for the future. I have minimal risk today. I know that I'm going to retire with millions of dollars because even if the projections are the worst that they could possibly be and the market does what it does, which ebbs and flows, I know that with even a low ball projection, with the money I'm putting in, I'm going to have a great financial future, and that helps reduce the risk related to my business. So, hope that was helpful. There's a lot to financial planning. This is just the way that I do it. By no means is this a one-size-fits-all approach. I put a lot of time into this, for my own personal situation and spent a lot of time researching it. But the reality is that investing doesn't need to be a challenging thing. You just need to start doing it. And this is the easiest way that I know that I can consistently be invested into the markets, be investing in my retirement, being invested into my family, financial future, and know that all those boxes are checked while doing what I'm actually passionate about, which is smashing the like button. No, I'm just kidding. Which is actually running a business. So if you enjoyed this content, it would be a big help if you did like this video. YouTube basically looks at that, and content producing like this takes a lot of time. I actually just took a break from my workday to come and record this video because I thought it would be helpful for other entrepreneurs who are going through similar questions. So again, subscribe if you liked it, hit the bell notification, and like the video to support. Thanks so much.